And we begin the bulletin with the biggest story of the day, where Bangladesh court has ordered death against ex-PM Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh court convicted Hasina of crimes against humanity and crackdown on student protesters. That is the big breaking news that we are beginning the bulletin with. Death sentence has been given to Sheikh Hasina on all 5 counts. Sheikh Hasina has responded to court's verdict, calling it politically motivated and biased. She said, and I quote, that millions of Bangladeshis toiling under Yunus regime will not be fooled by this attempt to shortchange them of their democratic rights. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time. In a strong worded statement, Sheikh Hasina has issued her first response to the death sentence that has been awarded by the kangaroo court. She said that she was not given a fair chance to defend herself in the court and the verdict was biased and politically motivated. She also went on to say that the verdict pronounced is against me, made by a rigged tribunal established and presided over by an unelected government with no democratic mandate. Bangladesh former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina also went on to say that she is not afraid to face any accusers in a proper tribunal where evidence can be weighed, tested fairly. She did go on to say that this is an attempt to nullify Awami League, but she has implicit faith in the people of Bangladesh that they are going to give a befitting reply to the Yunus government, and she and her supporters in Awami League and others do not accept the tribunal's pronouncement of a death sentence that has been awarded to the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're bringing to our viewers at this time. And to get more perspective on the story, I'm joined by Mr. Subir Bhaumik, who's author and senior journalist. Well, Mr. Bhaumik, thank you for taking out time and joining me here at News9. At the very outset, Mr. Bhaumik, how do you look at this tribunal pronouncing a death sentence for the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Ms. Sheikh Hasina? She issues a statement saying that this tribunal is rigged and has been established by an unelected government. The entire verdict is biased and politically motivated. How do you look at what is right now panning out in Bangladesh?
Well, it's not just Sheikh Hasina, but everybody who understands law and who understands Bangladesh will actually say that this is a verdict pronounced by a kangaroo court, which has been put into action by an unelected government. It is a fact of life that Mohammed Yunus has no elected mandate. He was never elected. He was brought into power by the army, when Sheikh Hasina's government fell apart. And, the idea was that he will preside over an election and hand over power to an elected government. Now, under some pretext or the other, he has managed to stay on for more than 1 year now. And maybe, his cronies, his flunkies are already saying that Yunus should stay on for 5 years. Somebody said 50 years. Now, he's already 85. If he stays on for 50 years, anyway. So that is the intent. This court, the chief prosecutor, was the defense counsel of Jamaat-e-Islami when the Crimes Tribunal was first set up in 2010. And he was defending the Jamaat leaders who were accused of crimes against humanity during the 1971 Liberation War. Now, this is an International Crimes Tribunal, War Crimes Tribunal, they're trying war crimes. And in 1971, we all know what Pakistan Army did, and we all know what Jamaat-e-Islami did. They sided with the Pakistan Army. They were involved in horrible atrocities against Bengalis, especially the women. All those people were tried and sentenced. Some were hanged, some were given life sentence. The point I'm trying to make here is the man who defended those Jamaat leaders at that point of time, today, he is the chief prosecutor, Mr. Tajul. And therefore, most interestingly, in absentia, trials are not uncommon in Bangladesh. But here, look at the court, this tribunal. They gave a defense counsel for Sheikh Hasina. Now, when the charges against him were constituted, 5 weeks ago, this people said, everybody was connected with the process, said that Hasina's defense counsel appointed by this government, this court, should have asked for more time because it was such an exhaustive document of charge that this lawyer did not have the resources and otherwise to actually do adequate research to mount a proper defense. And therefore, the fact that he didn't ask for enough time, he went with the time given by the court, proves that this defense counsel was more aligned to the prosecution than committed to defend somebody is supposed to defend, which is Sheikh Hasina and her home minister in the previous government, Asaduজ্জামান Khan Kamal. So less said about this judgment, the better. It's a kangaroo court, and there are many legal points that can be brought up. But most importantly, we should see what this is going to lead to. Let me make it clear.
Exactly,
The
Mr.
Awami League-
Bhaumik. We do understand the fact and we are in complete agreement.